Family gatherings always have a way of getting awkward, don't they? There's usually that one moment where the conversation takes a strange turn, and you can feel the tension building, but nobody knows how to steer it back. That's exactly what happened at my Thanksgiving dinner last year. It started off innocently enough, just the usual small talk. How's the job going? Any new travel plans? But as the night went on and the wine bottles emptied, things took a predictable detour into uncomfortable territory. My brother Ethan decided to zero in on me, specifically my choice to not have kids. I don't mind people asking about my life decisions. I'm okay with curiosity. But there's a line between asking and judging, and Ethan crossed it. With his wife, Sarah, and their 3 kids, he always acted like he'd cracked the code to the perfect life. According to him, the formula was simple. Get married, have kids, and do it all before you hit 30. I was in my early 30s, single, childless, and living life on my terms, which apparently gave Ethan the green light to share his unsolicited opinions. That night he came at me with his usual spiel. You know, Jake, you should really think about settling down and starting a family. There's still time, he said, his tone casual, like he was offering me a bite of his pie. But I'd heard this lecture before too many times, and each time it felt more intrusive. I tried to laugh it off. Sure, I'll keep it in mind, I said with a forced grin, but Ethan wasn't done. He leaned forward, his eyes glinting with that smug confidence. Seriously, Jake, you're going to regret it. You'll end up alone, just you and your dog, scrolling through posts of other people's families, wondering why you didn't do it sooner. Maybe it was the way he said it, so sure that my life was somehow incomplete. Or maybe it was the alone jab that hit too close to home. Whatever it was, something inside me broke. I'd always played the good guy, letting Ethan's comments slide as just his way. But this time it wasn't a joke. My grip tightened on my glass. I'm not worried about being alone, I said, my voice calm but sharp. I'm happy with my life. Just because I didn't follow your playbook doesn't mean I'm doing it wrong. The table went quiet. My mom shot me that familiar look, the one she gives when she senses trouble brewing. Sarah fidgeted in her chair, avoiding my gaze. Ethan just smirked. I'm just being honest, Jake. I don't want you sitting there in your 60s regretting it. Look at me, I've got Sarah, the kids, the whole package. This is how it's done. I could feel my cheeks burn. I wanted to fire back, to tell him I wasn't missing out, that my life was full in ways he couldn't understand. But I didn't. What was the point? Ethan's mind was set, locked in his perfect family bubble, and no amount of explaining would change that. I let the moment pass, but his words stuck with me, heavy and bitter. You'll die alone, he'd said, and it didn't feel like a quip anymore. It felt like a judgment. As the night dragged on, I tried to shake it off, but it clung to me. By the time I went to bed, my stomach was in knots. This wasn't the first time Ethan had made these comments, and it probably wouldn't be the last. But something had shifted in me. I was done being the punching bag for his so-called advice. Why was I letting him act like my life was less valid? I didn't have an answer yet, but I knew something had to change. Update weeks passed, and Ethan's words still echoed in my head. I tried to move on to let it go, but the more I thought about it, the more it irritated me. It wasn't just about kids, it was about— We can't share the full story in this short video. Click the link in the description to watch the complete story. For more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like.